What's that over there, Doom Guy? It's an imp! It no longer is an imp. It has been dealt with. Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Ultimate Doom. And when last we left off, we're in one of the final levels of Episode 1. And we need to be careful because that shotgun trooper will take a few shots at you while you're dealing with that pinky demon. And this room here has a lot of barrels that you really want to try and not blow up, because you're going to be using them in a little bit. We're just going to wait for this enemy to come over here. Come this way! And now you are dead. And there's one more over here. But why do we keep them intact? That is because when you grab this keycard, loads of enemies will be unleashed from alcoves that open up, and we can use our chain gun and all of these barrels to our advantage as we mow down these demons and zombies with a copious amount of bullets. Haha! And I think it's safe to say that we pretty much dealt with every single enemy here, with one exception. This foe over here, and this pinky demon. The shotgunner tends never to get alerted, but the pinky demon just didn't manage to path to where we were. But that's okay, because we killed it anyway. We're going to grab this armor here and replenish our stock of bullets, because the game is really generous, even at this point when it comes to ammunition. Episodes 2 and 3, and especially 4, you can't rely on the game just giving you ammunition everywhere. You're certainly going to have to work for your shotgun shells, and for the better weapons, most of the time you're going to have to find secret areas to find them earlier than you're meant to, and those secret areas are most certainly hidden. And over here is something that isn't hidden, an area with an exploding barrel that is hiding 3 imps that are guarding a lot of resources, even more medkits and shotgun shells that we really don't need. What we do need is this blue keycard that's in this direction. And if you're thinking there's going to be some sort of trap or tricky scheme that's guarding this keycard, you're absolutely right. Because here are 2 imps and a pinky demon that will try and flank you as you go for that keycard. There is one other thing in this area too, and that is a secret. If you go over here and run into the radioactive sludge, there is a supercharge here. But how are we going to get out? The answer is we're going to go around this corner and grab this mega armor. And then we'll grab the various health pickups here to try to get back to 200% health. There's also a light amplification visor and some partial invisibility here. The partial invisibility is really good because it makes it that enemies that try to shoot you are far less accurate, and even the pinky demons won't really know where you are, which means that, there we go, that shot would have hit if I wasn't partially invisible, but I was partially invisible, so it missed spectacularly. We're going to use this as much as we possibly can by killing all these enemies and this pinky demon as well, and we appear to be, being surrounded. They may not be able to hit us guaranteed, but when there's 2 of them, they're still pretty good at killing us. And there's another enemy there that we're going to take care of. Goodbye, you! And then we're going to head in this direction, because this direction leads to where we need to go. And we need to take care of these enemies too. There are 3 of them up here, as opposed to 2 like in the first level. And we might as well kill these enemies as well while we're here. There we go, and we'll take care of you as well. An area actually opens in that direction. We want to clear it out, but we most certainly don't want to grab the radioactive suit, or the anti-radiation suit rather, that is in there, because we want to save it for when we come back out. We're looking for a gold keycard in this complex over here. And let's start our search, shall we? In what the game is going to classify as a maze, I imagine, but it's not really much of a maze, especially if you know where you're going. That there to the right is where we need to go, but we need to flip a switch, or I think it's press a button in this instance, to get the area open. I don't think there are actually any switches at this point in the level. Sometimes the game will give a exit switch as a actually something that you flip, but most of the time it's just a button. And there's an enemy over there, and there is the, actually it is a thing we need to flip. My mistake! We're going to keep exploring around here because there is a secret that is actually rather difficult to see with the light amplification goggles. Well, actually it isn't, it's just an arrow that's pointing directly to this wall. And here is the computer area map, which will show us absolutely everything in this level. And we might as well explore all of it, and defeat all of these enemies here, just in case we... Hello to imps! Goodbye to imps. The shotgun is just a really, really good weapon. It's just really good. And I think I really should focus on exploring with the, actually this version of seeing things rather than the map, because sometimes you just end up hanging around in radioactive sludge. And if we go up here and grab this backpack, an area behind us has opened. And this area, not surprisingly, is full of enemies that we're going to have to kill. One day an area will open and it'll be just full of ammunition and health, eh? That is wishful thinking, most certainly in Doom. And I think, yep, they've all been killed. No more enemies, but one rocket for our troubles, which is always nice. I think there was a box of bullets somewhere, but I don't really want to spend a lot of time searching for it. Was it over here? Well, I think there it is. Excellent. And now that we have that box of bullets, we're going to leave and use the gold keycard to head to where the end of the level is. But first, we're going to go in this direction and grab this radiation shielding suit, because we're going to be going into the radiation in this direction, an area that has opened up now that we've got that gold keycard. It wasn't just one area that opened, it was two. And round here is going to be something quite nice indeed. Just need to keep heading in this direction. And over here is a fair amount of ammunition and another backpack. We now have 120 cells. But what is down here? A lot of shotgunners. But not just that. There's also a way that we can actually move into another area. And there's also a supercharge here. We're back to 200% health, and if we open this here, we'll appear in this corridor, with that shotgunner who was completely unable to hit us there. I think we're in the area we need to be. Yes, hello! You managed to get into melee with us, which is really unfortunate. And we also want to turn around because there's another demon there, and more of these enemies here. There is anti-radiation suits, there's one behind that pillar, I think. We want to head up here because we are indeed in the area that we want to be in. And I think there's yep, here's another way to get in, which is a way we're not going to go now. And we want to be very careful and explore here as much as possible. We don't need that ammunition, but we do, hello, need to defeat all of these enemies here. You don't stand a chance, I'm afraid, because we're armed with a shotgun. And we also want to go into there at some point. Don't remember, I think we actually have to go this way to open that up. And there we go. That is now open. Brilliant. But what is in there? The answer is even more enemies that we need to defeat. And I don't think they can actually go into the radioactive sludge to come and get us, which makes putting pinky demons here a little bit pointless. There are more enemies, however, for us to defeat, including these ones here that most certainly can reach us. We are surrounded by barrels, which really isn't that great. We definitely want to make sure, there we go, that none of them explode. There's one over here, though, that we might have explode. That one as well. Why not? There are going to be even more enemies in this room once we explore it. Yep, there's one right there. But there are going to be even more enemies, like these ones here. Carefully does it, Doom Guy. There we go. We are not yet done here, though. We'll definitely grab that rocket, though. And we'll explore in this direction. Aha! There you are. The man that was there. Alright, we need to deal with all these enemies because we moved into the area where that switch was and this opened up. Chain gun! You are powerless to stop this. There will be enemies later where chain gun is far less effective. But in this episode, chain gun is one of the most effective weapons that you have. And we might as well grab all of the ammunition. Surprisingly enough, not a lot of bullets. But we'll flip that there, and this will open up. There'll be a lot of enemies in here, certainly, but this is where the exit is. And we need to be very careful as we're going to be surrounded otherwise. That was a lot of invisible pinky demons. One there, and one here. Marvellous. And here, oh, there's one more as well, hiding in the exit. And I think that, oh, there's one there as well that is currently trapped, and is now dead. And once we press this button, we'll move away from central processing. And we got 98% kills, not bad, 70% items, not bad, and 75% secrets, also not bad. And a par time of 9:19 as we go to the computer station. The penultimate level in episode 1. And if you're playing this with just 50 bullets, you're going to run out of a lot of them here. Because the game throws a lot of enemies at you right at the start, and you need to take care of pretty much all of them before you can even think about exploring. Fortunately, the game gives you a nice position that's easy to defend, and a few barrels just in case you need to kill a lot of enemies that are close by. Alright, we'll deal with you, and you, and you, and there's some armor to replenish your armor that has no doubt taken a beating from all of those bullets and shotgun shots. And and we don't want to go in there just yet. We do want to go up here, however, and grab even more health and ammunition. And we do want to go in this direction. There are a lot of areas here that are sort of sectioned off by the key cards that you need to get. And there's also that there that we're definitely going to try and get at some point. Spending some time to deal with these enemies before you reach the areas where they are is certainly advantageous, because it makes your job of going to explore that area that much easier later. We can't go there yet, however, because we need a red key card. We can go to this area though, and we most certainly are going to. There's definitely an enemy that we've alerted. We want to defeat this enemy here, and then go up here and use our chain gun. Chain gun! Aha! But what is in here? Well, there is a few things, like this gold keycard that we need, and I'm surprised you didn't shoot me. You were literally right next to me. Alright, we'll just go down here, and you'll see that there are a few more enemies around, because this game, and specifically this level, likes to open up areas when you grab key cards. We want to go and find where that gold keycard is going to be used, and it's not over here, because over here I believe, yep, that's the red keycard door, and over here is a gold keycard door. Marvellous. There are a lot of enemies in here though, we've got to be very, very careful. We have definitely alerted a lot of them, because most of them are actually above us in this area. We're definitely going to want to explore this, and we might actually be in some trouble. That's why we need to use the chain gun a bit, because all these enemies will most certainly be difficult to defeat otherwise. And I do believe there are some imps over there, and here are some rockets, which we're definitely not really going to be using. We do want to defeat these enemies, however, as quickly as possible. There's also a lot of enemies out there that we really don't want to draw the attention of, because those enemies will do a lot of harm to us otherwise. We have the gold keycard here, but that really didn't help us that much, especially with this direction that we went. But there is somewhere else we can go, and that is this way. And we do want to go this way, because there's a blue keycard door here, and an obvious area that most certainly will open later. You can actually get a few nice things in this area as well, and there are some enemies who will shoot us there, and some enemies that will most certainly shoot us here. Before we even think about exploring, we want to kill all the enemies that we can here, most certainly. Starting with these enemies, and then moving on to the enemies that are over here. There is something nice here that we definitely do want, and we do want to deal with you, because we don't want you trying to eat our face. We quite like our face. It is our favourite face, after all. The fact that it's our only face is a coincidence. We want to get these rockets, certainly, and these bullets, and we also want to blow that up, most certainly, and deal with these enemies as best we can. Remember when I said that the shotgun is really accurate at long range? I wasn't kidding. There we go. And we'll just take a few more shots here, and I think that's probably going to be good enough. We'll head down here. There are a lot of enemies around, especially some over here that we still need to deal with. And there's a few over here we need to deal with as well. It's actually easier to shoot them here than it was to shoot them up there. We can use this thing here to actually get into the areas of sludge. We do want to. We definitely want to go this way, for instance, into here and grab this and push this here. That will allow us to get to this area and flip this here. I don't quite remember what that does, but we're definitely going to find a way out of here eventually. Over here is a, here we are, that supercharge we were looking for, and that will open this here so that we can get back to the area we were in before. Marvellous. There are a lot of secrets here. There's actually another one that we could go to, and that is over in this direction. We might as well go and grab it. There we go. And this will open up to reveal a backpack, and an easy way for us to get back to where we were. We definitely want to go this way now, and be mindful of the enemies that will be hiding, like that one there and the other one. And this area here, and we did kill some of the enemies here, but there were a few that still managed to survive. And what is in here but this area, where we definitely killed some of the enemies before. There is the blue keycard. That keycard is most certainly one that really didn't need to be in this level. You'll see why when we get it. Alright, we want to most certainly have that open up again, and we need some chain gun bullets here, because this area is going to be very dangerous, and just being able to whittle down all these enemies very quickly is definitely going to be helpful. There we go, the red keycard is indeed ours now, which is brilliant. but we're certainly going to need to get that blue keycard as well, because I think the blue keycard is... we need to be careful because of this area here. That area opened up when we grabbed that keycard, and the barrel there was most certainly helpful. At least these areas that open up have some items for us. Later ones don't have any items whatsoever. We want to go and find that red door there, and here are some more enemies that were in that area, and I missed that enemy, but it's okay because we have 157% health. We want to go and I do believe it's over in this direction. There we go, we'll just head this way, and here is the red keycard door. And there is the blue keycard. We might as well have not even had the red keycard or the blue keycard. We could have just had one of them and it would have been absolutely fine. We want to go... It's not actually this way that we... Oh, it is this way that we want to go, actually. We'll just let them kill each other while we head in this direction and ignore all of those enemies. But we won't ignore these enemies because these enemies are most certainly... yep, they're in our way. Over here, I think, it's not in this direction, it's in this direction, is the blue keycard door. There are going to be quite a lot of enemies in here. We're actually heading over to the end of this level. It's not a very long level whatsoever if you know where you're going. We want to head into that area most certainly, which involves going in this direction. Hello? Anybody here? I have a chain gun, and I'm not afraid to share the ammunition. There we go, that will open that door over there, and we're going to be heading in that direction to get to the end of the level. I don't know actually how you get into the area, but through that window that has loads of shotgun soldiers in it, I tend to shoot them, but there's really not much reason to if you're not going to be trying to get into that area. And I have no idea how to get into that area, and I think they've pretty much killed each other for the most part. Alright, here is the exit. Here are a lot of soldiers over here that I'm pretty much going to ignore as we move into the final level of Episode 1. The computer station is finished. 93% kills, not bad. 73% items and 75% secrets. And a par time of 3 minutes, and we managed to do it in 7 minutes 32. Not bad. Here is the Phobos anomaly. The final level. And here are an absolute load of pinky demons surrounded by some barrels. We're just going to blow up all the barrels and kill most of the pinky demons. And I think it's the first time that all the barrels haven't blown up when I've shot them. Well, there's a first time for everything. We have an amazing vantage point. The pinky demons can't actually get to where we are whatsoever, and we might as well blow up the rest of them. But once we move down here, we can't get back. So if you just moved forward, you would have been in some serious trouble. Up here is some equipment that you can only get the first time you try because the this platform doesn't... oh, actually, no, my mistake. I thought it didn't go back down, or rather there was a gap that you could just fall down. My memory is failing me there. But everything else about this level I pretty much remember, like the fact that there's going to be some enemies over here to the left and right, and a few weapons that you're most certainly going to want if you started this level with just 50 bullets. Here are some shotgun shells and a shotgun, and here are some chain gun bullets and a chain gun. Unfortunately, you're going to need a lot more than that to survive this level, as I'm actually going to save now. I'm going to save because this level is rather difficult at this point. Here are some of the invisible demons, and we want to make sure that we do not move forward. If we move forward, we attract the attention of the boss of this level. It's not actually a boss in the strictest sense, but it is most certainly a very difficult encounter, unlike anything else that you've seen at this point in the game. There is a pinky demon there that we definitely want to kill, and there's also one over here that we want to kill as well. And we want to make sure that we have the chain gun equipped immediately, because once we step forward, 2 Barons of Hell are unleashed, and we want to make sure that we're as far away from them as possible. We want to actually kill the invisible demons first, and then kill the Barons of Hell. The Barons of Hell are pretty difficult. If you tried to defeat them with just a pistol, you would have a very, very difficult time. But fortunately, we have a shotgun, and a chain gun, and most importantly, a rocket launcher. They do most certainly hurt, both in range and melee, but the rocket launcher is more than sufficient to take care of them. It takes about 5 or 6 rockets to kill them, and a few more here. Is it gone? Well, it won't go if you miss. And there we go, with them dead, this area, the walls lower, and now you can get to the end of the level. There are a few items, just in case you need to run around. There's more ammunition. There's also a partial invisibility there, which you most certainly would want if you aren't confident about avoiding their attacks. And there's also some more health. But there's nothing else here, except this area here. The end of the level, and with it, the end of the episode. So without further ado, let's arm our chain gun and see what lies beyond this teleporter here. Let's go, Doom Guy. You've managed to clear out the entire base, and so naturally, it's time for you to head home, right? Chain gun! And lots of enemies, and a cutscene. Once you beat the big badasses and clean out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your fat reward and ticket home? What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end this way. It stinks like rotten meat, but looks like the lost Demos base. Looks like you're stuck on the shores of hell. The only way out is through. To continue the Doom experience, play The Shores of Hell and its amazing sequel, Inferno. And that is episode 1, Knee Deep in the Dead, completed. There are 3 more episodes still to go, and it shows its software here. I imagine because this will be shown at the end of the shareware episode, but we can't actually do anything else at this point. What we need to do now is we need to start a new game if we want to continue. And we will be doing so next time, as even though we fought through that base, there's still more places for Doom Guy to fight through, more demons to kill, and more importantly, more demons to kill. It's far from over. Oh, is it far from over. So when we come back, folks, we're going to start The Shores of Hell on Ultraviolence. And I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.